Welcome to Use Your Words podcast, where every time we have a serious conversation, all three of us are always fully engaged and pay attention.
Summer.
And Josh is
Time to
looking
show
around
off
like,
the summer
what's
bod.
going on?
I blinked out there for a second. Keep talking. I'll catch up.
You blinked out for a second. Great. And the great thing is Josh doesn't even know what just played.
No, he doesn't.
He's just sitting there shaking his head.
He's probably blanking out.
Yeah, he probably is blinking out right now. Are you blinking out, Josh?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that works
he's
perfectly.
He's definitely in line with his intro there.
Yeah.
So yeah. Josh is like, I have no idea what's going on right now.
He's sick of it.
Sick of it. We
He's
just got here.
sick of it.
Well, let me rephrase that. He just got here. Me and you have been here. Anyways, welcome to Use Your Words podcast. I'm Paul. I got Aaron to my left again, as always.
Yeah.
Because Aaron likes to, for whatever reason, go left. I don't know why. I don't know why you like to sit there. You've always sat there.
It's just it's assigned seating rules.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Not
it
really.
is.
No.
Yep.
And then we got Mr. Brewer here to my right, which
As usual, too.
don't look so. He looks so happy over here.
No, he doesn't.
I was being sarcastic.
I know. Speaking of sarcasm,
What about sarcasm?
that being one of the topics sometime, maybe.
Yeah, that'll be sometime.
Perfect.
And I'm gonna,
Yeah.
because mean sarcasm.
Uh-huh. Very close.
What's the matter, Brewer? You're shaking your head, you're breathing
Josh.
into your mic, you're exhaling loudly. What's going on?
People.
What about people?
We lose so many things to the few people who don't think.
What are you looking at?
What has dragged you into this depressive
Somebody else has been injured at the South Dakota National Park by a bison.
A coworker had mentioned that someone in El Paso, Texas had put a seesaw, one half on them,
Yeah.
and then the other half on the
So
other side.
the U.S. and Mexican children can play together across the border on the seesaw. It's a big pink seesaw.
I guess that's cute. I mean, it is, but I guess just why? I don't know. Because they can play, but
Yeah, so they can play and they don't like the border. So that's why.
go figure.
But anyways, let's get back on track. I was like, what is getting Josh all depressed over here?
Cute little short story.
He's depressed because the bison attacked someone and didn't kill him. That's ultimately what it comes down to.
Well, the person basically went to go get themselves hurt.
Yeah.
Because they ain't smart. You ain't smart. But,
Ain't smart.
well, you ain't smart.
Well, Johnson, guess what? We're about to find out if you're smart.
Bob.
Well, it does say word of the week.
Yeah, we're not going to do it every week. That's all right. I don't really care. It's fine.
Well, this week's word it's not an Aaron word. Okay. But it has
All
something
right.
to do with El Topico at hand.
I don't even know what we're talking about. Never mind. I do.
It's let me put it this way. This is a word that was said in a song, that was done.
Wow.
I know. The word is expectorating. You should know this one.
Expectorating?
Yep.
Expectorating?
Yep.
It was sang in the song.
Yep.
Oh! Well, it makes me think of Inspector Gadget. I don't know why it makes me think of Inspector Gadget.
Okay, Inspector Gadget is INS, right? This is EXP. Expect,
Oh, wait, yeah.
not
No,
versus inspect.
But I like Inspector Gadget more because that was a movie. I haven't seen that movie in so long. Kind of want to go watch that now.
You do know that was a cartoon from the 80s before it was ever a movie.
Well, you know what? I only saw the movie, so therefore better than whatever that 80s stuff was. JK. expectorating.
Yep.
I mean, I'm thinking of expectations, but then it's like you're monitoring, or no, expectorating.
Yeah, so the person that sings this says, I'm especially good at expectorating. He's boasting. I'll give you the movie. Maybe this will help you.
It won't.
Beauty and the Beast.
Nope. That doesn't help at all.
Gaston is the one who says it. In the song, Gaston.
Gaston. Yeah, I could only think of him using it as a way where he's like full of himself.
Okay. Is that your answer?
You know what? Expectorating. I'd imagine it's either
maybe this will help.
Good way, like something that's supposed to be a good description of who he is, but I don't know what that means.
Maybe this will help you.
Or it's
when you're sick, in like with a cold or flu, you might go get an expectorant.
What the? I've never heard that in my life. I've never heard that. I give up. What is this word? I have never heard expectorant. I've never heard that.
Okay.
What is it?
Because I have to do it like when I get congestion, it helps me cough up the gunk out of my lungs. So to expectorating really means spitting.
That's all that is?
Yeah.
What the heck? Why is Gaston spitting?
So in the song, it goes, in a spitting match, nobody spits like Gaston. Someone else says that. And then Gaston says, I'm especially good at expectorating. Patooey.
That is stupid. I don't like it. I don't like that word.
You know, so.
I like collywobbles.
You can like collywampus all you want, but.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. I thought it was collywobbles.
Or it might be as collywobbles. I don't even remember.
All I remember is sound like cauliflower.
No, I got that from a list of words that kids learn from Disney movies. You know, like the word fathoms or countenance.
Mm-hmm.
Nefarious.
Gosh, I keep hitting my mic.
Arpeggios.
Arpeggio.
I will skip this word, even though it was in Latin.
Oh.
Quid pro quo, tranquil, consternation.
That does not sound pleasant.
What does consternation mean? Or consternation, sorry.
Sounds too close to constipation.
You don't know, huh?
No. I don't know why Disney thinks that I'm going to memorize all these words as a kid, because I don't care.
Consternation, feeling of anxiety or dismay, typically at something unexpected.
Almost constipation.
Sure.
Hey, that can be unexpected.
And pachyderm is the other one.
Pachyderm.
You know what pachyderm means.
No.
You don't?
No. Pachyderm?
Uh-huh.
Now the more I say it, sounds familiar, but I don't know what it is. Pachyderm. Uh-oh. Paul's about to lose it.
Let's see here. Dumbo?
That's my... Gosh dang it. I don't know. Pachyderm.
What's Dumbo?
He's an elephant.
Boom!
A pachyderm is an elephant?
Yeah, it's a fancier way of saying elephant.
Why do we have to have these words?
Because English is confusing.
Dumbo was my username in RuneScape.
No comment. No comment on that
Next character I make in the game is now going to be Pachyderm.
You're going to make another pack character in that?
Not. Doesn't have to be RuneScape. It can be anything.
Okay, fair enough. So, no, this was the reason I had to look those up is because this is another topic that when me and Aaron were planning, and was one I kind of brought up about how I see Disney now as this greedy corporation that has no creativity anymore. And that's going to make a lot of people upset that I know with me by saying Disney kind of sucks now. And I don't care if you disagree.
I don't know.
Okay. What are your thoughts on that? Does Disney, are they still the creative powerhouse that they have been, or are they kind of fading away now?
I feel like I guess I would probably say they're fading away. But I guess the thing is, I've never really paid a whole lot of attention to much about Disney. I mean, besides obviously watching the movies, I never focused much on them as a company as a whole.
That's where they're going to be getting, besides the theme parks, that's where they're going to be getting a ton of their money.
Yeah.
From.
Well, yeah, now, but also now that they're going to starting that streaming service,
yeah,
they'll be getting money from that. So, like, seeing stuff like that and hearing about that makes me think, okay, they're just making, obviously, more and more stuff. Or more ways for them to earn money. Because it's not like they're big enough already as it is.
And they're making money on stuff that they're not exactly being original on.
No, and I get, like, for the whole, I guess, recreations of the old movies, I get making it live action or whatever. I mean, I suppose that's cool. I don't know. I haven't seen any of the new movies.
Get rid of the technical aspects and the technical upgrades that they did in it.
Yeah.
It's the same story.
I did, yeah. One of my coworker went to go see the new Lion King.
Yeah,
and he said it was from what? And that's, I don't know if he watched the old one before or after watching the new one.
Yeah,
or if he was just going off of memory. But he said, yeah. I mean, he said it was identical except for like maybe a couple parts in the movie that weren't like just straight up from the old movie.
They weren't shot for shot remakes.
Yeah, yeah. And so,
which drives me crazy. I can understand if they're remaking it to reimagine it. Okay. If they're like, hey, you know what? We have this new technology. Let's do stuff we couldn't do before. Instead, let's copy and paste this from animation to CGI. It's not really even live action. It's CGI.
CGI.
It's the animation of the current century.
Yes. Yeah.
So in a way, it's technologically animated, not live action. No, live action drives me nuts if they say that. They're like, this is the live action version. I'm like, no, it's not the live action version. This is the CGI. It's still rendered by computers. It's still drawn. It's still shown that way. You don't have humans running around with gazelle heads on their heads. Like if you go to the Broadway version of The Lion King, that is a live version of The Lion King.
Yes, correct. Yeah, that is right.
Might look weird because you have people like running around with giraffe suits on, but it's a live version.
Almost maybe that would be more exciting to watch than the new movie.
Well, with how long it's been out on the thing, it probably would be. But
yeah,
that's me getting in the rant right away.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
So that's just one part that irks me. So I'll get into more that irks me about Disney and why they're not creative anymore. And why, honestly, they might be actually harming the future of movies.
Harming the future?
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait to get to that part.
I mean, what do you expect? They're a business. That's their job, is to drum up more money.
Yeah, but by rehashing the same exact crap over and over and over again. Sorry if I'm calling your Disney movies and memories crap, but...
Obviously, they know that it's going to bring in money, A, and B, they're trying to probably reach out to some old people. Whether or not they're not coming up with anything new, they may just have their hands on so much more and new technology. They want to explore the different options that they can do with it. And one thing is to bring back some of the old stuff that is actually really good.
Okay. If they actually did new stuff, though, that'd be great instead of a shot-for-shot remake. That's what drives me nuts. That shot-for-shot remake.
I mean, I haven't seen Aladdin and I haven't seen Lion King yet, so I don't know.
Everyone, Aladdin, I don't know about that one, but like everyone I've talked to or heard from, Lion King is like almost shot-for-shot. It's just like, I pulled up a list here of past and upcoming live action. I put live action in all quotes, okay? You have The Jungle Book, which they've done twice actually as live action. Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
The first time they did live action was back in 94.
So when did the cartoony...
The cartoony one was 67.
That was from 67?
1967. That's how classic it is. Okay.
Nuh-uh. Yeah. I don't believe it.
I got the data right here in front of me. Okay.
Okay.
So anyway, Jungle Book, the first remake was in 94. The second remake was in 2016.
Yeah.
101 Dalmatians. That was in 96. Alice in Wonderland, Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, Dumbo, Aladdin, The Lion King. Those are the released ones, right? Here's coming ones that are coming up. Lady and the Tramp, Mulan, Sword in the Stone, Little Mermaid, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Lilo and Stitch, Pinocchio.
Whoa. They're redoing Lilo and Stitch?
Into a live action. That has a TBA to be announced release time frame. It's gonna be beyond 2020, but yes, it's on the books. As is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
With seven drawers?
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Seven Dwarfs.
This is interesting. Well, now I can't even say it because you screwed me up. Dwarfs.
Yep.
Dwarfs. I guess looking at a list of like Disney like the recent Disney movies.
Yeah.
I mean, there is. I like I said, I don't keep up with Disney at all. But I mean, there's a lot of movies in here that I guess they're not remakes, are they?
Well, I just pulled up their remakes, their remake list.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what they're taking
pumping out now.
They're pumping out now. And that's what's on their docket for like the next few years. It's just all these remakes, one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. It's corporate greed on a large scale.
What? I mean, would you consider like, did that already come out? Toy Story 4? Or is that still coming out?
That came out.
What? When did that come out?
That came out like June?
No.
Yeah. June 20th.
When did Aladdin come out?
That came out May 24th.
Wow.
Then Lion King, July 19th.
Time has flown
Dumbo
by.
came out March 29th.
See, I don't remember Dumbo coming out.
And like I didn't count some of the this list has other ones on here that I wouldn't consider remakes, like Alice Through the Looking Glass. I don't remember that as an animated version ever. I don't like Christopher Robin. You know, that wasn't animated. They're basing that off of the Winnie the Pooh franchise. Okay, yeah, Winnie the Pooh was animated, but Christopher Robin is its own unique story.
Yeah.
Alice Through the Looking Glass, its own unique story. I'm fine with that. Maleficent, that was based off of Sleeping Beauty. Its own unique story. I'm fine with unique stories. Give us more of those. Give us live action versions of those. But giving us live action remakes that are basically shot for shot of other stuff, no thank you. Like I'm looking, now the Little Mermaid, that's been in some controversy recently because what?
Because the new mermaid is going to be played by an African American character,
and that's fine. I don't care about that. At least they're changing something with that. True. No, literally, I'm like they're changing something about the movie.
But
awesome. We have a possibility of it not being a shot for shot.
A character. Now, so wait, that's supposed to be a live action too? Then,
yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I didn't know that part of it.
Yeah, that's supposed to be live, just like the Lilo and Stitch, Hunchback, Mulan, Lady and the Tramp. Which, when I say live action, that's all going to be CGI because you can't have talking dogs as real thing.
No. Yeah, I guess. I don't understand that whole uproar about the mermaid movie. That is ridiculous.
I don't think it was a real outrage.
No, I just saw people
what they found was
going off about it.
Well, what they found was most of the people who were complaining about it were fake troll accounts. Okay,
why do we have to have trolls in this world?
Because people just like to see the world burn sometimes. So there were trolls who were doing that on purpose because they knew they could incite some.
Good.
Some of them were fake.
Ish.
Some of them were fake. Some of them were real trolls. They just want to see the world burn. And yes, there were probably a handful of racists in there.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna discredit that part.
No, that's annoying. But I guess so past that. Yeah, I remember always the first one. When did the first like Hunchback Notre Dame
96
come out? Because I remember I don't remember the name of the movie now, but it was black and white and it had the Hunchback in it.
Right. I'm talking about the Disney version of the Hunchback.
No, dude.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame came out in 96, the Disney version.
See, I never saw that one. I saw the black and white classic.
Gotcha. Yeah, and that's another thing that you can even argue. Guess what? These animated versions are remakes of
older movies or older stories.
Older stories even.
Yeah.
Yes, they're animating it to make it look beautiful and blah, 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 blah. But these aren't their original stories that they're telling. Now, from that list, Lilo and Stitch is probably an original story. I don't think they pulled that from anywhere.
Yeah, I would imagine. I would imagine that one to be their own. And with Disney Incredibles.
So there's a note here. So the list that I gave you was the list of confirmed ones that they are for sure already have in the books. Here's all the ones that they're working on. Peter Pan.
Wait, what?
They're working on a live version of Peter Pan. Hercules, Pocahontas, Atlantis, The Lost Empire, The Black Cauldron, and Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet would be an interesting one brought back.
I've never seen that, nor have I heard of that.
I've heard of it, never seen it.
The Atlantis one sounds.
They're also working on a sequel to Aladdin, apparently, The Return of Jafar.
I thought I did hear about that.
So
Jafar,
which was originally a direct-to-video release back when it was released originally. The Return of Jafar never was in the theaters. It went straight to VHS, and it kind of sucked.
Ooh, that's not good. No bueno.
First off, they didn't have Robin Williams as the genie, but that's a whole other thing.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Because Disney made Robin Williams mad.
They did?
So when he agreed to do the genie, he basically went in and said, couple conditions. One, you can't really use my name as for the main thing of the marketing. And two, what was there was something else. I forget what it was off the top of my head. Well, what did Disney do? They went ahead and they made him one of the main marketing pieces.
They did what he told them not to do.
Yeah. And so he got mad and said, I'm not doing this anymore. Well, they made up for the third direct to VHS release of Aladdin. So he's on the third Aladdin movie.
I didn't even know there's 3 Aladdin movies.
Yeah. I forgot what the third one is. But I mean,
I feel like I've literally lived under a rock most of my life.
Well, there is an argument to be made that you did. The third one's called Aladdin and the King of Thieves. And I love how on the cover for it says starring Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
I was like, wow. Are you serious? Because he came back as the voice of the genie.
Yeah. Was Flubber a Disney movie or no?
Yes. And that was? Yep. And that happened after he made up with Disney. He made up with Disney in like 95, 96.
Yeah.
And Aladdin and the King of Thieves came out like sometime in 96. So
okay.
So and Flubber probably came out after that.
Yeah, Flubber. I always loved that movie too. That'd be another good one to watch again.
But at least with Flubber, guess what? Hey, that was another original movie.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, and so it was from 97. Was Flubber.
97.
So yeah, that was right after he made up with them.
Now I want to go watch that.
But I mean, the original movies, I'm fine. Like I'm fine with. I'm not like, they're being gold diggers here. The original animated versions, cool. Even the ones that kind of sucked. Like the 101 Dalmatians and all their sequels. I think they had sequels for that.
I'm pretty sure they did. But do I remember them? No.
But they had a 102 Dalmatians live action sequel.
Don't remember that.
Yeah, they did have a sequel, the animated sequel, 101 Dalmatians 2, Patch's London Adventure, the official sequel to the original animated film.
Official.
Yeah, but that wasn't released till 2003.
Wow.
And the original Dalmatians was released in 61. So
that's a huge gap.
Yeah, and they released the live actions in 96 and 2000. So, but I mean, I get that you kind of want to be like, let's show what we can do with these things now. Great. but do that with original stories. Don't go back and because here's what's going to happen. Because we're seeing this not just with Disney, we're seeing this all across everyone who's doing movies. You're seeing, let's reboot this entire franchise again and again and again. That's how we ended up with 3 or 4 versions of Spider-Man now.
Oh, I do. Well, I can't really say I like the newer ones more now. But I did just also watch the Into the Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah,
that was really good.
It was really
I
good.
enjoyed that one a lot. So
Peter Porker.
P.S. Yeah, probably my favorite. No,
But yeah, Into the Spider-Verse was very good.
that was a really good one.
I enjoyed that very much. And again, it's based on the comics, but it's an original story.
I wouldn't know that much about that. So,
Well, I'm just saying, that's what it is.
I wasn't because I don't know if anything like that's been done in the past. I'm assuming not. I guess if you're saying it's an original thing.
It's based on the comics. I mean, they do stuff like that in the comics.
In the comics,
Yeah.
but movie-wise. I mean...
They haven't done necessarily that one with Spider-Man yet.
Yeah.
They might have done like I know back in the day with the animated Spider-Man TV series, like back in the 90s, they kind of did like a little cross thing with, different Spider, men from different universes. But they were all unique. And it was a completely different story than what was presented by Into the Spider-Verse. In fact, at that time, the main character of the Into the Spider-Verse, Miles Morales, whatever, wasn't even a character in the Spider-Man universe at that time.
Oh, well, that's cool. Okay.
So, that when that originally came out, now they came out, they used some of the same concepts. Okay, cool. But a whole new story. I'm like,
yeah, that was really well done. But yeah, I see what you're saying for the whole, the main Spider-Man trilogy, whatever movies that are coming out. Now the recent one was Far From Home or whatever. I will say, because now I can't remember his name. The first Spider-Man actor for the new movie, for the movies.
Maguire?
It was Tobey Maguire?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I liked him. Well, that was the first Spider-Man movie I ever saw.
Right.
So I liked him a lot. And then Andrew, was it Andrew, whatever? Sure. Yeah, the second guy. I saw one movie with him, but I didn't really care for him, I guess, that much. But I didn't see the other one, so I can't really say yet.
Right.
But then this new guy, seeing him first in the Avengers movie, and then now seeing Far From Home. I haven't seen the first, the Homecoming movie. I like him more than the second guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I like him more than Tobey Maguire yet. I might. I don't know. I think so. I don't know.
So I have this article. I have this article here from it's November 20th, 2018.
November.
Okay.
Okay.
I want you to guess this number of how many movie remakes and reboots are currently in the work as of November 20th, 2018. I want you to guess that number.
What, 15?
Josh, you got a number?
9.
Oh, you both are way low.
What?
You're low.
Well, 30?
Oh, you're so low.
60?
Still low.
120?
You almost have it on the head. 121. As of November 20th, 2018, there were 121 movie remakes and reboots currently in the works.
Wow.
I
think about when we try and put topics together to put a schedule together.
Yeah.
That's all that's doing is they're just making a schedule and trying to figure out how they can keep things rolling and making money, I'd imagine.
Yeah,
but 121?
Yeah. Some of these are classics too, like Highlander.
Nope.
Gremlins.
Yeah. Yes.
Some of them were originally flops, like The Green Lantern. So that one's probably a good one. Friday the 13th, apparently they're working on rebooting that series. The Fly, an old classic horror movie.
Oh, wait, hold up. That's going to be redone?
Yeah.
Okay.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, that had Sean Connery.
I remember that one.
The Invisible Man, Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
Little Shop of Horrors.
No. No. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. No.
So, yeah. there's even talk about redoing the Matrix. And I know this one's true because it has been announced for 2021. They are redoing the Mortal Kombat movie series.
Wait, that was a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
The first one was actually pretty decent.
Okay.
The second one sucked. But the first one was actually pretty decent, especially for a video game based movie. Yeah.
See, now, if they do The Matrix, they have to bring Keanu Reeves into it.
One would hope.
Because he is just the bomb.com.
Wow.
I don't know. I've always wondered why, like, just it seemed like out of nowhere, Keanu Reeves is just like this hit of a person. Like, I don't know, just super, I don't know, talked about and popular. And I don't know.
So this website brings up an interesting point.
Uh-oh.
Disney is doing their Mulan remake, right?
Okay.
Well, Sony is also doing their version of Mulan as well. So that'll be interesting.
Who did it better? Well, who's gonna do it better?
There's talk about a reboot of Pirates of the Caribbean.
I would not understand that.
A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. Is it really a reboot of Pirates of the Caribbean, or is it where they left off?
No, they're saying a reboot without Depp. So wipe the slate clean, new universe.
Yeah, you just take off with the family of what's his name?
No, like they're going to redo everything about it.
That's stupid.
How many times have movie franchises rebooted?
I don't pay attention.
Why? So apparently they're also going to reboot Resident Evil.
Resident Evil?
That was like 7 or 8 movies.
They made movies out of that?
Oh, yeah. They were so horrible. They were good.
Oh, no. Because I've only known the name Resident Evil as a video game.
No,
I never knew that was a movie.
They're so horrible. They're good. Like the first one was a curiosity just because of how they did the zombies and the attacking and everything. Yeah. But then it eventually got to the point where your main protagonist, like, she got injected with something that gave her like crazy psychic powers that she could basically like blow up an entire building with her mind. And then there were like countless clones of her. And so there's like 80 of her fighting against a horde of zombies. It just got ridiculous.
I don't think I want to watch those movies.
It's so bad. It's great. You have to watch it just for that.
Okay.
Short Circuit.
Oh, I loved that movie.
Shrek.
They're going to redo that?
Sister Act.
I don't know Sister Act.
Whoopi Goldberg. She was like wanted by the mob and she turned and became an informant. And so they put her undercover, not undercover, like in witness protection in a nunnery. And then she taught like the nuns to sing and do these big old choir things because she used to be a showgirl in Vegas.
Nice.
Spawn.
Don't know that one.
Stargate, Starship Troopers.
Okay, I know.
Stuart Little.
Really?
They want to redo the 10 Commandments.
Wait, that what?
Well, that's always society as a whole always wants to redo 10 Commandments, but yeah.
Shoot, now they're going to rewrite what the Bible says and they're going to make it.
But no, they want to redo that movie.
Yeah. So now here's a question. How much would they change of it?
You know, if I'm sticking with my thing, I hope they change a lot of the movie just to make it unique, make it its own. Because if they keep,
but what if they change like the rules? What if they lighten up?
Oh, you know they are, right?
I know, and that
part I won't be. That's why I was kind of like backed into a corner there. I was like, if I have to stick with my rules, I have to say they have to change this. But
see, when it comes to, I guess, biblical stuff, man, don't mess around with changing that.
Trust me, people already do that, right?
Oh, I know it happens.
The last one that kind of caught my eyes that they want to redo: White Men Can't Jump.
What? I'm triggered. I'm suing Disney.
This isn't Disney. This is just Hollywood as a whole.
Okay, no, yeah. I'm sorry. It's correct.
So that was originally a movie from 1992.
Can I sue Hollywood?
Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson.
Okay, I'm triggered. I'm suing. JK, I'm not doing that. That's stupid. And it's also bad.
So they want to redo. They want to redo White Man Can't Jump.
Okay.
I'm like,
I've never heard of that.
yeah,
either.
well, that was before you were born, so
Well, how long? How
it was
much?
from 92.
Oh, so just a couple of years.
Yeah. But still, it was from before you were born. But I mean, have we gone through all the stories in the world possible that we have this many reboots and remakes in the work that we can't come up with new things?
I guess, I mean, I don't know. I want to say yes and no.
Okay, why yes?
I mean, how many different stories or like ideas can you come up with by the time you're already basically just repeating the storyline or idea of other movies that have already been out anyway?
And thematically, you're going to repeat stuff because
Yes.
there's only so many themes. I get that.
Yeah.
So I get that part. I'm not arguing against like thematically doing things,
Yeah.
you know, the same. But I mean, the same story.
So, because I guess for me, I mean, it would just basically be everything is a ripoff of another movie in some form, some way. I guess if that's how you want to look at it, though.
Okay, so let me ask this: what is, what's that movie? Not the movie, the show you like?
I don't like any shows.
Yeah, Stranger Things. What's that a rip off of? That's pretty original.
Okay, good. I thought you were about to bring something up.
Well, no,
that it rips
well,
off.
no, that's what I'm saying. You know, it's
no, that
it's pretty
you got
original.
that. Yeah, you got,
and
yeah.
they did it over a TV series, not just a show.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones. What is that a rip off of?
Skyrim, done. I'm just kidding. I don't.
You know, George R. Martin made that in his head.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's pretty good. You know,
Yeah.
Marvel. Okay, let's go with like Captain America and that. Spider-Man, the original comics. What were those rip-offs of? Now, I will concede the argument that comics riff off each other. That happens all the time. You know, DC comes up with the character, and then the Marvel then comes up with the character. It's almost exactly identical, but different names, slightly different powers. You know, I will give them that.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, people definitely know how to get creative with things. So, I mean, yeah, I guess I am more on the side of things that are out there that you can do or come up with that aren't just rip-offs of other.
And themes are gonna be there.
Yes.
You're always gonna have your love stories. You're always gonna have your murder mysteries. You're always gonna have your whodunits. You know, and all these are things.
I thought you were about to say hootenanny. I was like, what?
You're gonna have your hootenannies too.
I guess, and I don't know. Does that? I mean, I guess that would just all come depending on the person. They like whichever movie is better for them. I guess when you think about like how they repeat the same themes, so they'll just like one movie does this theme more than the other. I don't know.
Yep.
Shoot.
Oh, I forgot this one here.
What?
They're redoing the Chronicles of Narnia
Why?
because they want to. And Netflix is redoing this one.
Netflix is redoing the Chronicles of Narnia?
Yeah.
So it's not going to be a movie.
No, it's going to be Netflix released movies. They're not going to be in the theater. They're just movies that go direct to Netflix.
Oh.
Netflix does do movies as well.
Yeah. I always feel like Netflix is more of a
TV series.
TV series stuff.
Yeah. No, I get it.
But okay. That still, I don't really care for that, I guess.
But I mean, you know,
How long was it?
how many times can we redo the Chronicles of Narnia?
One and done.
Like, honestly, I'm waiting. I'm surprised we haven't heard it yet. A re-release, you know, a new version of The Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah, that should come out before Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, Lord of the Rings is epically long, you know. Yeah. You enjoyed Lord of the Rings before when it was 3 hours. Movie 1, which will be half of the original movie, will be 6 hours now. 12 hours total for first movie.
Oh,
You know, it's going to be something ridiculous like that. But
so the first Chronicles of Narnia was in 2005.
yeah, but there are probably weren't there other releases before?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. The other thing I knew about was the books before the movies, but I didn't know if they did older movies.
Yeah, I know they did. Yeah, the books have been around for, well,
Ages.
ages. Yeah.
Good old C.S. Lewis.
Yeah, I don't know if there were earlier versions. I thought there were animated. I know there were animated versions because I've seen animated versions before.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't remember from when they were, but.
Okay.
But so again, how many times are we going to? It was 1979.
1979.
And in 1988. So, I mean, we've had quite a few. The Lion, the Witch, and Wardrobe was first adapted for television in 1967.
The Lion, the Witch.
1967. It was 10 episodes, in length, 30 minutes each. So, that's 300 minutes total for.
I wonder, because I don't know. I'm trying to think, because I've never heard about any of those as a kid growing up.
I'm actually surprised you haven't.
And then when...
Because with the amount of classic movies going on at your house all the time, I'm surprised your parents hadn't shown you that.
This is true. But when the Chronicles of Narnia came out in 2005, that was all new to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then, how many... Okay, so the first one came out. I'm just trying to think of like the time elapse between the releasings of these movies. Because it hasn't been that long. It's not like it would be a super new thing for kids that are just growing up now.
No, because if you're talking, 2005 it was?
2005. Well, 2005 was bringing back of that. And then there was in 2008, the Prince.
Right, yeah,
whatever.
the sequel.
And
then
then
one of the books.
There was the Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
Yep.
In 2010. So that's not even 10 years ago.
Yeah. And
was the last one.
And they're going to do a whole new thing on Netflix. Apparently that was announced back on October 3rd, 2018.
2018?
They announced that. Netflix had acquired the rights. So they're going to do new films and new television shows all around Narnia. So
I don't know how I feel about that.
But in that case, okay, for like Chronicles of Narnia, it wasn't just animated TV shows and that, right? It was also done as radio dramas multiple times. Set in the 80s. Apparently Focus on the Family did a radio dramatization of all 7 books. It says the production included a cast of over 100 actors.
Wow.
An original orchestral score and cinema quality digital sound design. Total running length is slightly over 22 hours for all 7 books.
Wow.
The stepson of C.S. Lewis hosts the series. And those were released between 1999 and 2002. So even that was redone as audio. And of course, guess what? They also have play versions. So you can go watch a play and film and audiobooks. And
the list never ends, almost.
Apparently, I didn't know about this until I looked this up. There was a group in the 1980s. The music group was called Second Chapter of Acts.
What?
And so it says a musical retelling of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was released as a full album song cycle entitled The Roar of Love by the contemporary Christian music group Second Chapter of Acts. Being fair to them, they probably are original in their way of telling it.
Uh-huh.
Even though it's probably going to be like 80s guitars and cringy.
I don't know. Yeah, just seeing like the first picture one of the first pictures that pops up of the band, it just shows a couple of people around a mic and a dude on a guitar. And then now I see in the background there's a guy, an acoustic guitar in front. And then I do see now a guy on electric in the back. And then there is a symbol of a drum set in the back. So I was like, okay, all right.
Is this going to be on your future playlist?
I'll give it a listen. See what that's
I was just like, woo, okay.
What I really want to do now is go home and ask Mom and Pop, have you ever heard of Second Chapter of Acts?
They'll be like, yeah, I just read yesterday.
Oh my gosh. I would be done. No. That's awesome.
So, okay, coming back to what this is all about. I give them props for doing original stuff on it. Okay. They're not just reading part of the book and putting music behind it. You know, even though apparently, you know, as we learned while I talked with Peter, that would help you memorize things better, you know, singing it. But
music is just is the key to just everything.
It is. I'll agree. I'll give you that.
Music is life. Just kidding. That is not true. I did not say that. Don't listen to me, people.
But I mean,
don't do it.
We do ourselves a disservice when we limit the number of stories we have, you know, out there, that when we just keep cycling them through and through. Okay, people, like, they make fun of the Avatar series. I'm not talking Avatar Last Airbender. I'm talking Avatar Blue, hair that plugs into trees. Don't you remember that? It's like they either plugged into a tree or plugged into each other as part of how they made love.
Oh, okay. Now I remember.
Yeah. So they could plug it into a tree or whatever to like communicate with it, but if they did it with another, I forget what their race was called. I'd call them giant blue walkie people.
Yes.
Navi.
What?
The Navi.
He
talks.
He knows.
He talks. The Navi. Okay. You know, but yes, you're going to see some of those themes, but it's original movie still. And even with the next one, now it'll be interesting to see with the next one's coming out, how much of it is original versus just rehashed. Because there are sequels coming out. They're not reboots. They're sequels.
Yeah.
I can get behind sequels, even if they suck. But, you know, in 10 years when he goes, okay, I'm going to remake Titanic. Why?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what I'm surprised I haven't seen yet?
I could see them I could see remaking the Titanic, but what?
I'm surprised I haven't heard yet from Disney saying, you know what, now that we own Marvel and now that we own Star Wars, let's reboot Star Wars again. Eliminate the first 9 episodes completely.
Why would you do that?
I'm waiting to hear.
Why would you say? Don't give them ideas, Paul.
I'm waiting for that. And this is one of my points where, you know, they're destroying these things. Okay, when Disney took over Star Wars, but they already did a whole bunch of things that made people upset because they took all this extra canonical stuff that people were used to and kind of included in canon. They said, nope, unless it's these things, it's no longer canon. So they already kind of rebooted the environment already once, but they had to keep the core movies. Otherwise, some people would just get too upset. You know, I'm waiting for another, you know, re-release of the first 3 with not when I say first 3, I don't mean episodes 1, 2, 3. I mean 4, 5, 6. Those are the first 3. Those are the original 3. They will always be the first 3. Fight me on it if you disagree.
Wow.
But I'm waiting for another re-release of those first 3 with like new CGI that we thought of to change the movie. You know, because they've already done that once where they're like new scenes, you know, but at least these scenes were kind of recorded beforehand. They just added new CGI in because they didn't ever complete them before when they originally recorded them. You know, and some of the stuff that they had to do, like I forget which one it was. It was one of them where Han Solo walks behind Jabba the Hutt and he like steps on Jabba's tail, whatever that is.
Yeah, what is that slug thing he is?
Yeah, but I forget, like, I don't know if that's a tail specifically or whatever. But they showed how they did it in post-processing because when it was recorded, he never actually stepped up. So what they did was they literally just took him, moved him up, and then moved him back down to get that effect of him stepping up and then stepping on the tail.
Wow.
And now with the ability for people to do deep fake stuff left and right, I'm waiting for them to be like, this is a completely CGI generated movie. None of the actors are real. That looks 100% human-like.
Yeah.
Because you have stuff like NVIDIA and that, for the longest time, they've been able to do deep fake pictures that you go to the website and you get a new picture and it looks like it was a photo taken of someone because like there's backgrounds and everything but it's really all AI generated and no one will ever get the same photo ever again.
Mm-mm.
And now they're doing nature landscapes the same way.
I have seen, there's a thing I had seen where, I could draw a sloppy, like, I don't know, mountain and like a tree, well, like a valley with a mountain in the background and a tree just like in this valley. And it could look just sloppy. And then this AI goes in and just takes that image of what's there and then makes it real. And I'm just like,
yeah.
It looks.
So, I mean, what's to stop them then,
amazing.
100 years from now, okay? I'm going way in the future. We're going to remake The Matrix for the 10th time, okay? And this time, it's going to be with the digital body double of Keanu Reeves back when he was, that age. And it's just an AI, basically, that they program in these are your lines, and these are the moves you're going to make, and they just basically render out the movie.
Before you know it, you're not going to be an actor. There's going to be no such things as actors. All it's going to be somebody who is, being honestly, sexually appealing to people and vocally appealing to people.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is get them to sign something, take a bunch of pictures of their body as their body's moving, record their voices in a few sentences, and boom, they can literally make that person do anything they want to do in anything.
Well, it's not just photos. They have to do 3D scans and that.
In the future, they'll be able to use whatever the heck they want to use.
But I do see the whole thing of where we won't need actors anymore because everything will just be.
Well, here's my argument about, and I agree, we're going to need actors less and less because of stuff like that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But if we're rehashing the same stories over and over and over again, Disney, there's less need for those actors. Because we're not having these people do original things. We already got all the lines said by X number of people.
Yeah.
Now we can combine that audio, make a new voice that is, as Josh puts it, sexually appealing, appealing to someone, throw a nice little AI render, and we got ourselves a new person to play Ariel. That's neither white, black, Asian. They're blue.
They're whatever that.
Navi.
Yeah.
Navi, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
and if you have original stories, this is just my opinion. If you have original stories, you're going to have that protected a little bit more because you're not going to be able to necessarily tell a computer programmer come up with this creative story. You need those actors, those storytellers to be able to do that. You need those people who have that creative spark to be able to create that next stuff. Okay, yeah, maybe you create the script and you hand it off to a programmer and they program it in, but that's never going to be what they see. A lot of times when these people are doing this, they're going and watching, like if you have a 3D computer modeler person, they go and watch their subject for inspiration. So if they're 3D modeling a gymnast, they're going to go watch videos of gymnasts. They're going to go analyze them, see them in the real world. If they're 3D modeling an elephant, they're going to go to the zoo or go on an African safari and watch them and see how they interact with things.
Mm-hmm.
So you have new stories, new situations, things that you don't know how they're going to interact. You're going to need those creative types to make that happen. But if you're rehashing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again,
it's annoying. It gets old.
Very much so.
Which I'm surprised it hasn't yet. Well,
no,
to you,
it has to me.
Yeah, I'm saying there's obviously going to be a lot of other people out there that are thinking the same thing. For me, I guess I'm not huge into movies to the point where I really care, but at the same time, I guess that is, as you had said, they're just doing the whole nostalgia thing to get people to be like, oh, I want to spend.
They're cashing in on your childhood.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Because, as soon as I had seen that they were doing The Lion King, I guess I was more excited to see it than I was thinking, it's just, okay, why would they do that? I guess I was excited, kind of to go see it. But I still haven't.
No, okay. And I'll say this. If I had a kid, right? You bet your bottom dollar I would go take them to see that. Okay?
Why would you do that? Just show them the old one. Who needs to see this new one?
Because then that's their original version.
Yes.
And then when they go back and look at the animated one, they'll be like, what is this piece of crap?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes. Yeah, but that is true.
So if I had a kid, I would do that. No problem. Okay? But honestly, what they're doing, and I saw a lot of this before Lion King came out, there's just tons of people posting on various social media platforms saying how, you know what? There are actually people saying, don't take your kid to go see Lion King because we don't want them there. I was like, oh, you need a little help here, buddy. Because they wanted it. They're like, this is going to bring back all the memories of being a child as an adult. It was the millennials, your generation, trying to recapture and relive that childhood experience.
We can't have any other little kids here watching
And I'm just like, get a life.
Yeah.
It's fine to enjoy a movie. That's fine. I enjoy some things that most people probably would look at and be like, you enjoy that sort of entertainment. That's weird. You're odd. Why are you watching that stuff? Okay. And I'm not talking about anything that's, X-rated or anything. I'm talking about like anime.
Yeah.
I enjoy one particular series. It has ended, so I no longer watch it. So, it's over with. But I mean, most people look at it and be like, what the heck is wrong with you?
You watched that?
Yeah, I know. But you know what? Guess what? That's an original story. Again, themes cross over from things we have seen, but it's freaking original.
But it is original.
And it's a little darker. You would not want a kid to watch that, by the way.
That's how I like it.
But you have all these people going to Lion King and being like, I'm going for the nostalgia factor. I need to remember.
Reconnect with my past childhood self.
And that's fine if you want to do that once in a while. But the fact that Disney's betting on that they're going to be able to cash in on that over and over and over again. Even look at the new Star Wars movie. They're calling it the Skywalker, Legacy of Skywalker or something like that.
Yeah.
I got a
Google or Bing or whatever you use now.
DuckDuckGo.
DuckDuckGo?
Yeah.
It's DuckDuckGoose. Thank you very much.
The Rise of Skywalker. That's what it was.
There it is.
Even that, they're banking on people who have that emotional connection to Luke Skywalker in that. They want to bring the Skywalkers back and kind of relive those memories.
Mm.
And
I remember how many people, at least it just seemed like a lot of people were like, what a stupid name. As soon as that was like,
yeah, but you know
released.
What? For them, you're going to have those people go, oh, I remember seeing my first Star Wars movie. I remember the first time I saw episode 4, episode 5, the first time I figured out that, spoiler alert, Darth Vader is Luke's father.
Yeah.
The first time that was revealed, and that's what they're going for.
Right. Now, what about, I guess, for movies, because now Disney is rebooting all that stuff, whatever.
They're rebooting everything.
What about movies like The Fast and the Furious?
What about them?
Is any of that original since they're making new movies?
They're all sequels.
Yeah, they're all sequels, but it's like, how far is too far? I think they've gone too far. But
yeah, I'll agree with you on that one. I think, but at least they're not saying we're rebooting the whole series. They're saying this is a sequel. Even though it's like, it's the same story over and over and over again.
It's like The Walking Dead as a TV show. New series. Same stuff happens.
Yeah.
But it's new.
But at least they're finally, I think, done with that, or going to be done with it.
I don't know.
They're going to be done with it soon. So
I haven't caught up with that.
It's the same thing for like Resident Evil. How many times can you do that movie?
Right. And I haven't seen any of those yet.
They were Resident Evil in name and zombies only. They did not follow any of the games.
Oh, really? Okay.
The only part about it that followed the game, there were zombies, and that they were people that killed zombies.
Mm-hmm. They've started rebooting games too, stuff even, right?
Yes, they have, and that drives me nuts as well. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. I had to bring it up.
Okay, so one of the games that I'm actually excited for them to reboot is Final Fantasy VII. Here is why. It's going to be Final Fantasy VII in name and characters and location, but all new story. So it's a reboot, but all new story.
Interesting.
Now, I fully agree that maybe They should have maybe just did update the graphics basically on it and did a whole new thing.
Right.
Maybe they should have done that. Because again, that is a money grab. That's going for my nostalgia from when I sat there for hours on end playing Final Fantasy freaking 7. And now they're saying, look, we're going to re-release it as a new game and they're going to release it in episodes.
Ooh.
So you get episode 1. It's going to be episode 1. You don't even leave the first city, they said, in all of episode 1. So they have to expand the story out greatly in order for that to happen. And they said there's going to be new story. I'm just like,
are you going to have to pay per episode?
Yeah, it's going to be a per episode charge. Again, they're reaching into the pocketbooks of everyone who loved this game originally, and they knew they basically could print money with this because fans for the longest time have been clamoring, saying, please redo Final Fantasy 7. And then along it comes, and it's been announced for years. And now, I'm just like, are you freaking kidding me?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, the amount of the media companies that do that with video games, movies, everything like that, it's just ridiculous. What was it? Recently, Final Fantasy 2. Or not Final Fantasy 2. Wow. Resident Evil 2.
Yep.
They're redoing Crash Team Racing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
What else are they doing? How many versions of new Super Mario Bros. U did they have? They had the Wii U. Oh, I'm not sorry. They had the Wii U, like the Wii U Deluxe, and then they had like the Switch version. And then the Luigi version.
Of Super Mario Bros?
Yep, U Deluxe.
Oh.
It's like, okay. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, another one that they're basically redoing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, come on, people. I get it. We love this nostalgia feeling. There's a reason why old bands are around forever, because the old people can still go to them and feel like they were back in their 20s. Okay?
Sure.
Maybe not the drugs, but they
well, I'm just thinking. I mean, I guess there's a select. I don't know how many people it would actually be, but for like me and many other friends that are into the older classic rock,
right?
Like we would still go see them, but the majority is
the older generation. Yeah, there's always going to be the people like you that it can enjoy the classic rock, and that's fine. Like when we found out that Peter likes Rush, I was a little shocked. I was like, it's a little older for you. And I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
It's like, that's like, you know what? Go for it. Okay.
Right.
Oh yeah, Team Sonic Racing is another one that they're redoing.
Mm-hmm.
Resident Evil and Resident Evil 0 Switch editions. Metroid Prime Trilogy for Switch. One game that I played on the Switch, Tales of Vesperia, originally came out on the Xbox. They redid it for the Switch. I'm like, I'm glad I can play it on the new console, but at the same time, give me something original. You spent all this time taking code that ran on this old system to make it run this new system, bringing all the graphics, updating them to HD. Just give me something new. Don't give me yesterday's dog's lunch.
Glorified dog's lunch.
Yeah, it's glorified because it's still whole before it went in hole number 1.
Yes. Yes. But rebooting and stuff is it's what's cool, yo.
That would be like that would be like us going back and redoing every single topic again and again and again and again.
Dude, let's try it out. It seems to be a hit.
No, because I will have to slap you.
Oh no,
because I would get annoyed at myself. Because I'd be like, no, I can't do that. I cannot do that to myself, to anyone else. And honestly, I think if this continues like this is just going to continue to make movies, and like I said earlier, movies just as a whole, and video games, honestly.
So you can even say this for music, because all the covers that people do of old songs.
Yeah.
And people can try and reimagine it as their own thing, but you're still just redoing
Now,
an old.
like if you're taking a song from one genre and moving into like the next
That's
genre,
different.
That's different. Yes.
That's reimagining it and
Yeah.
putting in the whole.
But if you're like trying to emulate the original sound so much so that really the only difference is really the vocals. Okay.
Stop it.
It's like, are you doing this because you love it, or did you just need a song to fill in the album?
Right.
You know, I was like,
Cheapskates.
well,
Looking for an easy dollar.
yeah. And you know what's funny is we're at the point now where I can see us having remakes of games that have previously been remade.
Well, I mean, with a video game, if they're going to do a remake, they got to add stuff to it. I mean, I understand if you kind of do the similar maps or similar theme or something like that, but you got to do more too. If you literally have it the same, then all it is just a clearer picture.
I mean, I would argue that's the same thing for movies too.
I mean, if they took like Lilo and Stitch and did another cartoon Lilo and Stitch, that's what I would be talking about. And that's what Modern Warfare does.
Yeah, they're not
Call of
doing,
Duty, that's what they do.
They're not doing that. They're doing the quote unquote live action, which I'm just like, oh boy.
Who knows? It might actually be a real girl and somebody running around in a little costume.
So yeah, in case you couldn't tell, I'm definitely against this whole reboot culture.
When are they going to reboot the Flintstones, baby?
They tried doing that with live action.
Didn't work out that well.
No, it didn't. Did not work out that well at all. So I'll go to Mr. Brewer here first. Mr. Brewer, do you have anything that you want to say to end up with so you can actually have some words in this episode?
I mean, a few remake movies, it's okay. It's like, all right, yeah, let's take a look at this again. It's a little bit more lively, clearer picture. Can sound better. Remakes definitely can be a whole lot better than what they used to be, even though they might have the same, story. But when you are deciding to remake your whole entire, productions from all your years of productions, and you decide to suddenly remake them, that to me is old. I get doing it with a few of them. I get it doing it with a bunch of them that may have done really well, because it kind of hits like what Paul was saying, the nostalgia of it. But when you're doing it with so many, it's like, and chances are most of those aren't going to come out. It's just, this is what they have planned. They're going to hit it like a list. And if this one doesn't work out, they're going to jump to the next one. But like I said, a few, I get it. A lot, I don't agree.
Where were you earlier?
I was listening. I would rather see that instead of them doing old stuff, I'd rather see them kick off a new.
New what?
New what?
A whole new world?
Series, like Pirates of the Caribbean. Like the last Pirates of the Caribbean, they left it off to where it was going to be there was going to be a new story without Johnny Depp.
Well, they're not just going to do a new story; they're redoing the entire thing. They're rebooting.
But that's why they're doing it so wrong. Because then in the new ones, if they continue the story, Johnny Depp is that ghostly figure of the past that someone else tries to. But anyways, but video games, I am 100% against when it comes to remakes.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, it's just like, it's the same. I mean, if I'm going to spend $60, I want to spend $60 on something that is going to be different.
Yeah, but if I'm going to spend $20 to go watch a movie, because I'm talking about ticket and, a drink and that.
Yeah, you're special.
You don't get food or drink in a movie? Yeah, you do.
We'll get drinks.
Yeah, you do.
This
You know
last
how
time,
much those cost?
this last
they're
time that was
expensive.
special.
Oh.
This last time was not a normal thing.
What do you mean this last time was not a normal thing?
Oh, we went to go to the movie with Noah?
Okay, well,
I don't usually get food.
okay, but every time that I've gone to a movie with you,
We've gotten drinks.
get a drink. It's about as just as expensive
so
because it's alcoholic.
Yeah, probably around $20 total.
No,
Okay.
not quite, but okay.
If I'm going to go to a movie and spend $20, I do not want to see a shot-for-shot remake of a lion that can talk running around the screen.
Why not?
Because that's more boring than a shot-for-shot remake of a video game. A shot-for-shot remake of a video game is just like I shoot something virtually and kill it.
Yeah, you can change how you act in the game. You can't change the movie.
And with the game, maybe in the first way through the game, I played one method, and now with the remake, I was like, okay, I'm going to change up my strategy, see how it plays out.
Yee, dog.
But if it plays out the same exact way that it played out in the old one, you literally just wasted $60 for a cleaner picture game.
I can change my strategy on how I play the game.
Okay, but you can do that on the old one too.
I cannot change how the game looks. All right, I cannot change how the movie story goes.
Yeah.
Man, you could have 3 different outcomes in a game, 5 years ago, and do those 3 different outcomes again. And
okay, let me ask this. Okay, but about the game thing, right? You upgrade from Xbox 360 to an Xbox One, and let's say the game compatibility program, backwards compatibility program, wasn't a thing like it was in the early days. At that point, rebuying the game makes 100% sense. Guess what? That DVD where that movie is, where that lion sits there and sings and runs around and eats grubs, that's going to work on my Xbox, my PlayStation, DVD player, Blu-ray player, my computer, everything else.
Game makes more sense to buy.
How?
He just said it.
So you're going to rebuy a video game. Let's say it's not cross-compatible. You're going to rebuy a video game 3 times.
Skyrim.
Shut up.
That's at least $180.
What?
3 different.
Okay.
The 3 different things.
Well, okay.
Let me ask this question, Aaron. What's your cost per minute of your Skyrim if you spent, let's assume, $180? How many hours have you put into Skyrim?
Quite a lot.
So your cost per minute is very, 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 very low, and you can replay as much as you want. A movie in the theater, you get to watch it once, and then if you want to watch it again, you have to buy the movie. So if you had some movie you want to watch again, you either have to rent or buy it again.
Yeah.
So you're buying your movie, the same exact screen images 2 or more times, depending on how many times you want to watch it.
But generally speaking,
video game.
Most people don't do that. They go to the movie theater, they see a movie, and if they really like it, they'll buy it. Otherwise, they'll just wait for it to appear on the TV show. Like me.
I can't wait till he has kids and his kid sees a movie in the theater and he has to buy it because that's the only thing his kid will want to watch.
Or he's not going to want to buy it and he'll just rent it again and again and again and again and again. Yeah. I like how we're in sync with that.
Well, okay. So,
you give your kid a limit.
Well, okay. For example,
you're going to limit your child.
Oh, see,
I'm going to actually tell my kid no.
I was told no.
I'm not saying you weren't. I'm just saying.
But kids don't always respond to that properly, and they will. Okay. Prime example. My younger brother.
I thought you were about to start talking about Aaron for a second. I'm like, oh, easy there, Paul.
My younger brother named Josh Brewer.
Got him.
No, my younger brother, when he was going to preschool, would take this. They could take a VHS. This is back in the day of VHS. They could take a VHS with them in preschool to watch, and he would throw a fit if they didn't watch his VHS at the preschool. And he took the same one every single day. It was the Super Mario Brothers TV show.
Oh, man.
And like kids, they sometimes just get into this thing where they will only watch one show for whatever reason or one episode. He always had to watch this episode. And they will throw tantrums. And
right.
I'm going to save this recording, Brewer, for when you have kids. So in 2021, and when they get old enough to where they start demanding things, so 2022, 2023, and you're just tired and you just give in, and I'm going to replay this segment.
Not gonna happen.
You should talk to some parents and ask them questions like this before.
I got Amy. It's not gonna happen.
You should talk.
Yeah, you should talk to some parents.
And see how real life works.
You're talking about a dream world where reality will smack us down. Reality smacks us down every time we come up with a dream world, no matter what it is. Whether it's we're going to be successful on this, or this is going to be awesome, or I'm going to say no and my kids are going to be perfect.
Oh, that's not gonna happen. They're not gonna be perfect, but I want to tell them, no, I'm not gonna. Every single time they throw a temper tantrum, I'm not gonna throw the DVD into the TV.
Okay, so when he gets home at like 7 p.m., he's tired and cranky. He has bruises on him from fixing the airplane. The wife is mad and yelling at him because he's late again, and his kids yelling and screaming in the background.
Josh, you're gonna lose it from time to time.
You're gonna pop in the DVD from time to time. That's how it's gonna be.
Of course.
Okay. So is there any other last words? Now that he decided to talk.
Remake movies are better than remake video games. Done.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Johnson.
I'm opposite of that. I don't know. I guess I don't know. Would there be a difference between? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting this confused, but like you have classic songs,
right?
And then for like example, the Beatles, and they remastered a lot of those, or a majority of those old albums. Is there a difference between remastering it and remaking it?
Yes. Because remastering it, they're taking the original recording and maybe they're adjusting the EQs and that a little bit.
Yeah.
They're not adding new contents or anything.
No.
You know, the other way, you know, it's a new artist recording a new version of it.
That's how.
And if they change the genre, that's one thing. But if they keep it as close to the original,
but just make it sound better,
then I'm like, okay, now you're just wanting to be cheap.
Because I guess my thing would be, I feel like I would rather have them remaster old movies. Now, I mean, you can't really, I guess, remaster an old cartoon picture. I mean, you could revamp it, I guess, but I guess I would rather have them remaster it than try and remake it into this, as you say, quote unquote, live action movie.
Right.
Am I still fairly excited to go see it just for the heck of it? Sure. Maybe I'll go see it. I probably won't because there's so many movies I'm like, oh yeah, that'd be kind of cool to see. And then I'm like, oh wait, it's not in the movies theaters anymore. Oh, maybe I'll catch it when it comes out. And if it's not on Netflix, probably not going to watch it.
Probably not going to catch it.
So, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I could care less for the whole and I guess, now as you said, if they did it for a select few that were just like super huge, I guess when they came out, okay. But for the most part, it's just like
they're going through their entire catalog.
That's no.
Because what's going to happen? They're going to go through the entire catalog. They get done with the catalog. Let's go through the entire catalog again.
Yep. It's been a long time since we've done this.
Yeah, 10 years.
Let's put it through the cycle again. No, that's
And that's kind of where we're getting at.
Yeah. So
Spider-Man was that first movie to do that. And here we go. I'm waiting until they do this with like Iron Man or, the new Iron Man.
Please, no.
You never know.
Yeah. So other than that, that's about it.
All right. What I have to say on that, this culture of remakes and reboots and everything, it's a sign that the creativity has gone. We're no longer able to dream up new things, new stories, at least in Hollywood. Because if you look at it, there are new stories out there that are being told all the time. It's unfortunate, though, that they're not getting that critical review because they're not a quote-unquote classic that everyone quote-unquote knows. People are tending to cling to this thing of, I want to be nostalgic for this thing that is in my history and not, hey, this is new and might be fun. So unfortunately, that's where it's at. And that's what drives me nuts about it. Completely.
Yeah.
Completely. And whether that be video game or movie or book or music, same thing to me, you know? So yeah, that might seem like I'm crapping on, oh, it's Disney and Disney is fun. I say it's Disney, yes, but they're losing their creativity and their imagination. And maybe we stop giving money to industries and companies that are not imaginative and creative anymore. Find those new places that instead of spending money and going and watch a Disney movie that's going to entertain your kid for an hour, maybe find that original story that's going to touch you in a different way. You know, because yes, as much as you want to say you're never going to pop the DVD in, you're going to pop the DVD in. It's just going to happen, unfortunately.
Unavoidable.
And, you know, and sometimes as adults, we pop the DVD in as well. It's called Netflix, you know. And in Netflix, find those new stories. And that's one of the reasons why I like that Netflix does their Netflix originals. They're not necessarily rehashing of the old stuff. Now, they did like a reboot of Voltron. That's a rehashing of the old stuff from like the 80s and that. But they're doing new stuff as well. They're doing new comedy specials. You know, these are comedians that some are big, some are not so big. You know, they're doing new TV shows. Look, they took the book 13 Reasons Why, made that a national conversation for better or for worse, you know, about suicide. You know, there's people saying that actually increased the number of suicides. I'm not 100% behind that statistic, but that's fine. You know, they at least brought something new to the table. They didn't just do a full rehash of something that was already done. And that's what annoys me. That lack of creativity.
Heck yeah.
So before we head out, Mr. Johnson, have you heard anything else from Reapcast recently? Did you listen? Did you
besides listening to a majority of the last one?
Yeah. So you did get a chance to listen to it?
Yeah.
What'd you think? Pretty good?
Yeah.
Decent?
Yeah.
You liked it?
Yeah. I don't know, just them two talking back and forth. I guess they're entertaining to listen to.
Yeah. Mr. Brewer, have you listened to anything at all from Reapcast? No. I see him shaking his head no. Instead of saying the words audibly no, he just shakes his head.
Nah, man, nah.
So, but before we go, we have something to play right here.
What is up, everybody? Clay here from the Reapcast. We are a conversational style podcast dedicated to having conversations about today's toughest topics. Faith, religion, social issues, and pretty much you name it, we'll talk about it. But one thing I believe that sets us apart is we truly want to do so in understanding. We don't have to agree with you to understand, but we have to listen to grow. So check us out. Just search Reapcast wherever you get your podcast, and be sure to check us out on reapcast.simplecast.com.
So again, Reapcast over at reapcast.simplecast.com. Why are you eating your microphone for?
I will also say I like the music that they play as an intro.
Yeah. They got some special arrangements.
Yeah, they do.
Which is nice.
I do enjoy that.
Yeah. We're not connected enough to have those special arrangements, but that's okay.
We can make our own.
That we could at some point.
I've got the equipment for that.
You're not kidding on that one. But yeah, so check us out on wherever you find your wonderful podcasts. uywords.com is our main website, but we are on Apple Podcasts. I hate to say the name, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio. You know, we're on YouTube if you're solely a YouTube person for some reason, Castbox. And we'll play around with some of those other things. I was looking at something from Castbox that might be fun to play around with as well. So we're in all those areas. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, getting a little more active in all those areas as well. And hopefully have Mr. Johnson be a little more active in those areas. Help me out with that. So that way I'm not going crazy in social media land. Leave us a review out on iTunes. That really does help us out. Or on Stitcher if you're a Google person. Since you can't leave a review on Google Podcasts for some odd reason. I don't know why that is. But, it's Google. What do I care?
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, what do I care? It's Google. They can go die in a fire. But yeah,
I like my Google Play.
No, fair enough. But I just had to take that philosophical stand and say I'm done with Google because of this. But I understand what a lot of people are with Google, and I will admit I looked at the new Pixel 4 and
of course
it looks sweet, but I can't go with it. But that's all right.
At least you're sticking to your guns. I'll give you that.
I am sticking to my guns. So with that being said, though, we will head out and catch you all later.
Peace.